In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I used a LEAPS call option on the TQs about 10 days ago to potentially generate some $1,900 with an expiration date this Friday, December 22nd. But here's the problem. The stock has rocketed past my strike price. And now, if the market maker takes my shares, all of that profit potential could be wiped away. You need to understand a short sale when talking the LEAPS call option, when talking the poor man's covered call. Watch this video and learn. And hey, there is an in-video update as I closed the trade you're about to witness. We made a profit. Stick around. I know you're going to like this one. Hey, welcome back, everyone. We're going to talk about my TQ's poor man's covered call trade that I did just recently. In fact, I did this back on December 8th, and this trade has been going on for about 2 weeks. So this is going to expire this coming Friday, December 22nd. As this trade has progressed, you could see that I got involved with this trade when the stock was trading at $44.95. We sold that 46 out of the money. We picked up $1.02 in premium, and that would have rendered about $1,020 on the premium side. The max profit on this trade was going to be about $1,900. 18% cash on cash because I only invested $10,700 because that LEAPS call option that I purchased, which was the April 19th, 2024, an 81 Delta, we paid $10.70 for that. So the max profit on this trade is going to be, come expiration, about $1,900. Let's talk about where we're at now, because what I don't want to happen, and this is essentially the thing we need to take away from this video. We do not want the market maker to close this trade. And the reason for that is rather simple. I will be slapped with a short sale from the current price, $49.97, to the strike price, for which is $46. That's going to be a one-for-one short sale. My LEAPS call option, which in most cases, with the poor man's covered call, it trails a one-for-one move in the stock. Usually we buy the 95, 96 Delta. So we know that our LEAPS call option, which supports this entire trade, will not be a one-for-one. So when the short sale happens, that is a one-for-one, and I now need to make that up. And because my Delta on my LEAPS is 81, well, that makeup is going to come through my covered call premium. So having the market maker close this trade is a disaster when the stock rallies from $46, now some $4 higher. Okay, so with that said, this trade needs to end this week. And this is why it's very important. We have to make sure we have no X dates, we have no earnings, because right now, this is deep in the money. I mean, right now, a call buyer might want my shares at 46, and they call the market maker and say, give it to them. And guess what? They give them at 46, I get slapped with the short sale, and this trade goes from being profitable to possibly not. So with that said, let's talk about the buyback, because this is what's the most interesting about this trade right now. Because as you can see, I ran some numbers earlier where right now, if I buy this back, which is the Monday before this December 22nd expiration, I make $1,270 or almost $1,300 of the entire $1,900. What I'm giving back if I buy this back is $600 in potential profit. But again, that is so scary when you consider the market maker takes my share, slaps me with a short sale. That's a one-for-one short sale, yet my LEAPS call option only moved 81% of a one-for-one. Chances are I could lose money on this trade. So let's talk about the buyback. Because as we approach December 22nd, we have time value. Time value is decaying. Now we're here at Monday, and again, this trade opened up back here on the 8th. Right now with the stock so far in the money, let's talk about what the buyback cost is. The buyback cost is everything that is the premium. So right now, this option, because the stock had rallied, is trading for about $4. That means the stock has moved higher from the strike price of 46, and it is now trading, as you could see, $4 above 46 for the most part. So now what is the cost? We know that $4 minus the move in the stock is going to be my cost, because everything else is intrinsic value. I don't make any money on that. What is the cost? So let's plug in these numbers in our calculator. Your calculator has this as well. This is the Buyback Calculator. And we want this number here to be as low as possible, because this is what we're giving back in our premium. So right now, as it stands, when I ran this for the markets open, we had a LEAPS call option price of $14.65. The stock has moved higher. We also have a higher options price. There's going to be cost here. I'm going to actually have to buy this option back, like you see here, spending money, and then I'm going to sell my LEAPS call option, making money. And this is what we hope to be positive. Again, we can't have the market maker close this trade early because we have a 1-for-1 short sale, and this thing has moved almost $4, and my LEAPS call option has not moved one. It's moved 80% of that, so that negative 20% is going to come out of my profit. It's very important here. That's what we need to take away from this. So right now I need to start thinking about buying this back. So what do? We're going to go ahead and in our buyback calculator, we're going to plug in where the stock was trading. The stock is now trading at $49.76. And the current option price looks to be right around $3.90. So I'm going to have to pay $3.90 to close this trade. Now what we need to do is plug in the strike price and the premium I received, which is 102. And we have to decide if I'm willing to pay 14 cents or $140 to close this trade. See, that's what I'm truly giving up. I'm not giving up $3.90. The stock has moved. What I'm giving up is this differential, because I'm going to pick up most of this intrinsic value from my LEAPS call option. So this is the number we need to be aware of. Am I willing to give back $140 on this trade? And quite frankly, that would be about 10% of what I'm going to make. But hey, the scary deal is this. If I let this go on and the market maker comes in, takes my shares, it is a disaster. So I'm really walking on eggshells here. So I have to make a decision. So let me go ahead and see what this would actually be. On my tracker, I'm able to plug in my number here, and I'm going to do that. It'd be $3.90 for the buyback. So you could see it's going to cost me $28.80 for that. But right now, looking at the LEAPS call option, which is trading at mid 14.45. So right now, these numbers are not looking the way I'd like, and I could have bought this back and made $1,200. So you could see we're going to play with this a little bit, and as the market ebbs and flows, we'll try to pick that bid number. See, these are the ask numbers, so there is a chance I'd be able to get better prices. But with that said, I'm going to write those down, and that's what I'm going to look to get. Today, the stock market's actually up. So there's a chance that the TQs will stay right around here. I should be able to get 5 cents to 10 cents one way or the other, and I can get this number back to 1,200. The reason we're doing this video today is talking about how if the market maker takes my shares, it is a 1-for-1 short sale that I would get hit with. From 46 to basically 50, my LEAPS call option has to try to pick that up, because that's what we bought to support this trade. And as it goes higher, $1, the LEAPS call option is only moving 80 cents. So you could see that deficiency right there. I'm going to have to pay in my covered call premium. I tell you what, that ain't going to happen. Got to close this trade early. So we are going to look to take a profit today, tomorrow, definitely by Wednesday, because Thursday and Friday is when those call buyers, the person that actually bought this covered call from me, hey, they're looking to close their positions for the week, and they are thinking they're going to close on the early side as well. So I need to think Wednesday when they are probably thinking Thursday and Friday. Now, of course, 95% of all of these options trade do go to expiration. If I let this go to Friday, we could probably do that. The TQs is an index-based trade. There's no earnings. There's no dividend. So for the most part, this could go to Friday. It could even go to the very final minutes. But I can't risk that because if I get my shares snatched away, we're in trouble. And how about this? An in-video update while this was happening. This is fabulous because what I've decided to do is this. Look, I can make $1,900 on this trade if I go to expiration and if the market maker does not take my shares. Now, that's all assuming the stock stays higher. Well, here we are. I plugged in some numbers for a buyback, and as you could see, I ended up paying about $3.95. I ended up wanting to take that $1,200 off the board. So I'm thinking, let's be a little conservative here with this riskier trade. So what I did, when the stock was trading at $49.90, plugged in the numbers, and you could see my buyback here was going to be a mere 5 pennies or $50. Now I'm willing to do that, and I'll take whatever profit I make. Because again, I might be a little skittish here, a little worried, but we're going to go with it. That's what I did. I plug in my $3.95. You could see I paid back almost $3,000. And then when we get $14.90 for the LEAPS call option, which I did, this trade turns out to be basically exactly where we were, about 12% cash on cash. This trade is done. Went ahead and booked this as a winner. So the important thing in this video to understand is this. Because of the risk, the stock really moving higher, my LEAPS call options delta was not going to cover the 1-for-1 had I been slapped with a short sale if the market maker closes the trade, which real briefly, let me explain. The market maker will pay me $46 per share. But so I make no money going forward, they then slap me with a short sale of the TQs at 46. So from $49.92 to 46 is a short sale for which I have a debit, right? I can't make any more than 46. That is a 1-for-1. My LEAPS call option would have only picked up about 80% of that 1-to-1 move. This is what makes a good option trader great. And it's not obvious. What's obvious here is that I'm willing to take 1 in the hand versus 2 in the bush. The 2 in the bush would have been to hang around for that extra 600 bills. But I'll tell you what, we eliminate the risk taking the profit now. I'm going to leave it there. If you like anything you heard today, bang that like button. But if you want to be a part of my membership, go to cptdashboard.com, click Upgraded Dashboard, get your 1 free month offer. This is what the members get. Okay, this is what the members get. All kinds of trade ideas and little tips and tricks from an active, successful trader. Hey, look, 1 free month offer. Be safe, be healthy, most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.